Hi guys, so Hasbro recently revealed the new toy in the Shattered Glass line, Wheeljack, who for some reason goes by Slicer. As a neat addition, this version of this mold comes with new accessories, and you don't know how happy I was when I noticed they are based on the original's Botcon Slicer guns, who was repurposed as a Shattered Glass Wheeljack originally, and Slicer of course had them since he's a redeco of Energon Downshift. It got me thinking about how far we went from this weird web of reuses. And one of the earliest fun reuses I remember was Energon Downshift as Wheeljack. That's why I want to ask, does the Energon Downshift hold up these days? Let's check it out in today's review. In Universe, Downshift is one of the new rookie Autobots. His main skill is his agility, which allows him to easily get out of tough situations, which he often gets into due to his hot-headedness and attitude. Optimus sees his potential and assigns Hotshot to train him, since those traits remind him of Hotshot himself during the days of Mincon Wars. In the show we could mostly see him going around with his best friend Cliffjumper, and as we all know, due to a dubbing error, Cliffjumper's and Downshift's names were constantly mixed. In toy form, Downshift was released in 2004 in the Combat class of Energon toy line. In Japan, he was released in the same year under the name Wheeljack. In West, Downshift is molded mostly in white, black, and is water after olives green? I really don't know why they choose to use such weird color scheme, especially since the Japanese release has this nice metallic silver. I know we also aren't talking about that version now, but I just want to mention the Universe toy. It's even uglier. It went from this kinda okay olive green to this neon curry piss yellow. As mentioned earlier, Downshift in some region was named Wheeljack. That's caused by 2004 being the year of Transformers 20th anniversary. Many designs were homages to past series. Even though it's a bit more subtle in other models, Downshift simply screams, "I'm a Wheeljack" reference everywhere, from his head sculpt, colors, and even his feet, which have fake headlights and front spoilers, just so he can mimic G1's Wheeljack feet. In his robot mode, Downshift stands around 13 cm tall. I love his head sculpt. You can see the Wheeljack in here, but the sharp crest that's combined with the mouth guard and the short, more slanted ears give him his own style. Also, if you add in the translucent red eyes with lovely light piping, it's like a cherry on the top. In accessory department we have the two guns, which will become the inspiration for Shattered Glass Wheeljack's guns. We have this shotgun and a spring-loaded cannon. Also, the spoiler mounted on his back is detachable. You can combine both of these guns and the spoiler to form some sort of combined bow gun thingy. For articulation, Downshift can move his ball-jointed head, but it's so tight it's hard to move it. Shoulders can move up and down alongside a ball joint. Elbow, these two exhaust ports are hinged, and I think they are supposed to be some small turrets. In waist, Downshift can swing his legs out, bend them forward and back, rotating the knee. His ankles and feet are hinged, but they are so wide it's hard to pose him in any way. Here is a comparison of Downshift next to Henkei Wheeljack and Select Exhaust. So, the robot mode. It's neat, it's just what I would expect for a Unicorn Trilogy take on Wheeljack. So let's get to the robot mode. Thanks to a pretty okay transformation, it all simply crumples together, even though I'm really scared of the front windshield since it's translucent plastic on a hinge. We get this really nice sports car. My one is slightly yellowed, but it's still a nice design. I don't think it's based on any specific car, but as I mentioned earlier, it's still nice. You can mount the weapons in the ports on his sides. By the way, my favorite part of this alt mode are the pinned wheels. It causes them to move so smooth. I know it's just me overthinking stuff, but it kind of feels like a tangible representation of speed. Let's also compare Downshift's alt mode with alt modes of Wheeljack in the exhaust management area. So, with standard stuff over, let's move on to the Gimmick.
Flip jumper! Hot shot! Power link! Flip jumper!
In the Energon series, all Autobots were granted the Spark of Combination, a magical power which allows Autobots to combine with each other for a power boost, with each one forming either the top or bottom of a combiner. As clunky as this gimmick is, and how much it compromises all the designs, I love the ambition of it, making half the line combiners with early 2000 design technology that required some balls. But not every toy does this mode as good, and sadly Downshift isn't one of them. For power link sync, I brought Downshift's teacher, Hotshot. Let's start with shirt mode. And it's not that good. Legs turn into fists, that's rather standard for this design. But arms, they just kinda sit there slanted.
Hot shot! Flip jumper! Power link! Hot shot! Power link!
While the pants mode, man, his head just pops out like a bottle of pills and everything just hangs. I think I have some footage of shirts mode articulation, but it's really underwhelming. Also, sadly, you can't form the whoops combination with Prowl from that one episode.
Remember, Downshift, stick to the plan!
Plan?
Power link! Prowl!
Downshift! Power link!
Prowl! Power link complete!
Wait just a second here. Hey, how did I end up down here?
Downshift legs simply can't go this way. Ironically, you can do it with Downshift on the top, since Prowl legs are much more flexible. Even though Downshift doesn't share that much characterization as his G1 lookalike, he's still a good toy. And I get why people use him in their collection in thousands. Now thinking, he kinda fills the same headspace as the Diacron toys, being simply really chunky, blocky and charming with bunch of designs issues. And I'm happy that this mold and its legacy is still referenced these days. But I can agree that its unique combination gimmick is rather underwhelming. Thank you all for watching, and to like, subscribe, check out my social media, and bye!